This is Wale Farron. I'm a tech entrepreneur. Welcome to another episode of Tech RoundUp, your weekly opinion, views, and analysis of the top tech events happening around the world with a focus on Nigeria. On Tech RoundUp today, we review a slew of recent taxes on the innovative industry in Nigeria. I sit down with a tech entrepreneur solving transportation problems in cities across Nigeria, and we end the episode with a review of the hashtag Stop Romeros campaign against police harassment and extortion of tech workers after an alleged arrest of a software developer in Lagos. Let's get started. The Nigerian Senate has fully rejected the planned increase of the value-added taxes VAT rate by the federal government and instead is proposing a new tax on communication services. A few weeks ago, the Nigerian Federal Executive Council, the FEC, approved an increase in the VAT rate from 5% to 7.2%. This hike was expected to take effect in January 2020. But lawmakers have now moved against it. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Army said the increased VAT will leave Nigerians reeling from the effect because it will invariably lead to inflation. The Senate leader has presented the government with an alternative, a bill proposing a 9% tax on electronic communication services such as voice calls, SMS, and MMS. The same percentage will apply to internet services and also pay-per-view TV stations like Netflix, Amazon, and Roku TV. Remember in recent times on Tech RoundUp, we had discussed similar stories on fees or additional taxes on e-commerce sales and proposed fees on operation of local tech transportation businesses in Lagos. I recently had a privilege of speaking with Adetayo Bamiduro of max.ng, and we discussed the proposed tax among other things. Here is a portion of that interview. Today we have an opportunity to ask you firsthand how you guys are reacting to that. I think it's about 25 million for the first 1,000 bikes or something of that nature. How are you guys dealing with that?
So great question. The government relations is always a sensitive thing that has to be handled with care, with expertise, and also with skill. It's a little bit more art than science. What we've done is, we've engaged with the government closely, since we've been operational the last 4 years, trying to work with them to build more progressive laws and regulatory environment for our industry. Just because the laws that were created when companies like ours didn't exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
But typically what happens is regulation lags behind innovation, right? And I'm sure you've seen the exact same thing in fintech. CBN is struggling to catch up with all the exciting things that's
they're coming up with all sort of crazy things.
Exactly. I'm sure they will catch up pretty soon. And it's the same in mobility as well. But, there was some proposal around licensing mobility companies, 25 million naira and all that. And that has changed now, I can tell you with confidence.
Okay.
There's also a new government in place now. That happened at the
tail end of
the previous administration.
Okay.
And now, they have they're super qualified people in government and now. Not like the previous people weren't qualified, but you have amazing people in governance now.
Who are also paying attention to what's going on.
And they've been engaging with us and the other players in the space. Of course, I do agree that it's premature to tax the industry, but it's not premature to introduce guidelines for the industry. Especially in an environment like ours, where we could have a tendency to take things overboard. We take things too much. It's important to have a framework that controls quality. Now, especially in a space like mobility, where the service you're providing, as a matter of fact, is a matter of life and death for people.
Yeah.
If they allow people to just do whatever they want, they bring in low quality motorcycles, low quality helmets, they onboard drivers without training them. That becomes a problem for the general public. So obviously the government can't be blind eye to that. What we've engaged them on and encouraged them to do is to focus a lot more on establishing and helping to guarantee quality and not be too quick at trying to extract value yet.
Okay.
Because the players are still young, wait for them to create value first.
Yeah, it's a new industry.
Scale, right? And then after that, you then can come and
I would argue that at this point the government should be providing incentive.
Exactly.
Really for. In contrast to these recent developments in Nigeria, in 1977, the National Science Foundation, the NSF, created by the US government, created what is called the American Seed Fund to give startups and small businesses a chance at transforming their ideas into marketable products and services. This government agency has an annual budget of 8.1 billion, of which 200 million goes directly to startups as non-dilutive funding. This is a great example of a government creating an enabling environment for startups to thrive instead of rushing to create or generate revenue when the environment is still very new and the companies are still at the very early stages. And to our last story this week. Recently, a young software engineer was arrested by police in Lagos on his way home from work when he says he was stopped by police officers who searched him, discovered he had a laptop, and then claimed he was an internet fraudster or a Yahoo boy. His Twitter tale of allegedly being maltreated by police has launched a campaign called #StopRomeros. A few leaders in the tech space have issued a statement, and they wrote that they are doing this to put an end to the common practice where Nigerian police profile young people because they are carrying laptops and other gadgets and are calling for government to intervene. On Tech Roundup today, instead of focusing too much on this story, we want to look at the true difference many entrepreneurs and self-starters are making in our market. And today, we'll shine light on some of the creative solutions that have been introduced in our market over the past few years. 1. Payment for everyday goods and services have seriously been enhanced by electronic payments and digital solutions. 2. Our experience in car purchase and selling has been largely improved by a lot of internet companies making that easier for consumers. 3. The way we watch movies, our local movies and other entertainment content has drastically changed. 4. We're making financial services available to those in the rural areas. And lastly, entrepreneurs like Tayo are changing the way we move around in our congested cities and avoid, how we avoid long commutes. Our opinion poll this week asks if you think police should be stopping young men carrying laptops and other gadgets on suspicion that they are fraudsters. You can join the poll on Twitter at TechRoundup1 or Facebook at TechRoundup. We will announce the results of the poll in our next week's episode. Until then, please keep your comments and feedback coming on LinkedIn at Wale Faron. And remember to subscribe to our Tech Roundup YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Also, please look at the bottom of your screen for all our social media handles. Please follow us, like, and join the conversation. Have a great weekend, guys, and see you all again next week. Now go be that. All right. We're done.